It's groovy. Step up in the scene and it's me now. If you ain't got the sauce, then please leave now. Out in Cali, but I come from the deep town. Sway, hit me up, let me get a freestyle. Like, let me get on Sway in the morning. Groovy in the booth every day, every morning. My new-ish got you looking way too corny. If I start this up, then label me the warning. His song, his man, I swear this rain pouring. Radio rappers sounding way too boring. Double XL shit had me snoring. No shots, no. No shots, no.
Yeah, feeling groovy, feeling so nice like this is a movie. If they talking ish, I'ma pull out the Uzi. Now I'ma kill this beat like.
What's your show called?
So the show's called The Enlightenment Project.
So what's the purpose of it?
It's to like hopefully like just introduce people to like new and different concepts and different perceptions around the world, and try to like get people to be more accepting of others.
I know you got a couple of tattoos, but like, on this show, like, how does it tie into, what you try to do?
Well, I feel like there's like a misconnotation around tattoos where people just think like, where if like you have tattoos, you're just seen as like hella bad and stuff, and like people just see you as like some like thug or something, when really it's just art, and like we should just embrace it and like be more accepting like towards those people.
So she wasn't even supposed to be the person that you're gonna interview, right?
Nah, so the girl in the interview, we were just talking and stuff, like we were just talking, and I was there to interview my tattoo artist, and then she started to tell me like some of her views and perceptions just on tattoos and how she feels about them, because she also had some, and she just had some like interesting ass like experiences, and it was just like weird for her, but it was dope. Like she had a lot to say. It was pretty interesting. I was asking if you had any problems with your tattoos, or anybody had any like negative things to say about all of
and it's not negative situations, just uncomfortable situations. So the first one was my lower back. I was at an ATM, and there's a mirror in the ATM, so you can see what's happening behind you. And I was pulling cash out, and I watched this guy take out his camera phone and take a picture of my back. And when I turned around to leave, he was like, "Oh, nice tattoo." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, dude." Literally, it's taking a picture of my body without my permission. And then we were at the farmer's market, and I was in line to grab some lunch, and a woman came up behind me and was like, "Oh, your ponytail's in the way. I can't see what your tattoo says," because I have a tattoo in Latin on the back of my neck. And I was like, "Oh, bummer."
Like,
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I was saying how before, people don't actually think about the fact that what they're asking is for you to show them your body. Tattoos are generally a very personal thing, and they'll have a lot of personal meaning a lot of the time. Sometimes they're literally nothing. It could just be you liked it, so you got it. But a lot of the time, they're something very personal. And when people ask you, like, "Oh, you have tattoos? Show me your tattoos," they're basically asking you to strip down and show you parts of their body. And people don't really think about that. Because especially, like, I have a lot of tattoos, but intentionally I got them in places where they're not visible on a day-to-day basis. They're not something that, Casey has sleeves and Victor has sleeves, that if you're wearing just like a t-shirt, people can see them. But a lot of the stuff I have, even if I'm wearing a tank top, they're not readily visible. They're on my back or my ribs or my side or my upper thigh or things like that. So they're not visible unless I want you to see them. So, like I said, one time Casey and I were out, and Casey was talking to a woman about his tattoos, and I showed up, and she was like, "Well, do you have tattoos? Can I see them?" What's really happening is she's basically asking me to take off my clothes and show her my body. And people don't think of it that way, that it's a very personal thing. It's my skin, it's under my clothing.
And you're showing like your body, like
exactly.
You're showing...
even if it's just my shoulder, people are asking me essentially to disrobe and show them my skin, and it's very inappropriate, and a lot of people don't see that. Tattoos are a very personal thing, and people who don't have tattoos don't necessarily understand that. They just look at it as, oh, it's like looking at a piece of art on a wall, but it's on a wall. It's on
a person's
my body.
Yeah. And you're saying like you got the tattoos for yourself and not like for other people, like to ask you about it.
A lot of my tattoos have meaning to me, and that's why I got them. And just because they're visible to other people doesn't mean that that's anyone else's business but my own.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point, because you're saying like it could mean anything, and that's why you guys don't ask about it, because like
we
it
have
could.
clients who come in who get some seemingly to us very weird things, a lot of weird requests, but it's not our place to ask what they mean, because it could be, you know, I have a stick figure cat on my foot, I've got a Star Trek tattoo on my ankle, and those are pretty shallow things. Like, I like Star Trek, I like cats, whatever. But also, you know, there are people who come in getting memorial tattoos and things that have very deep personal meaning that could be very raw emotions that they're coming in to portray, because that's very personal to them. You know, it could have been, we've had people who, you know, a loved one just died and they're getting a tattoo to commemorate that. And it's not our place to ask about it. It's not any of our business. And that could bring up some very uncomfortable feelings for them. So it's not appropriate for us to ask. Yeah. You know, they come in, they want something, and we'll do it for them. And if they choose to share the meaning behind it, then, you know, we'll listen and we'll do our best to try to portray that meaning in the tattoo. Or if they don't choose to share it, then
so
that's that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not our business.
Yeah.
We don't ask.
I feel like a lot of people shouldn't like judge others if they have tattoos or not, because they also like don't know the meanings. Like I have like these, so I have like these 3, but none of them mean anything like negative. Like none of it is anything like gang related or anything like that.
No,
but yet I'll still like be judged by some people just for having them.
There's also a misconception that people assume that every tattoo has meaning. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, that's a cool tattoo. What does it mean? It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, you could just like it. Like how you from the Star Trek, you just...
You know, like I have a Star Trek tattoo.
It's groovy. Step up in the scene and it's me now. If you ain't got the sauce, then please leave now. Out in Cali, but I come from the D-town. Sway, hit me up, let me get a freestyle. Like, let me get on Sway in the morning. Groovy